So what makes you want to move up to 155 so bad?
Because I really believe that I can beat the current champion, Islam. I really think that he's a great champion. He does. You can't be a world champion by chance.
No.
You have to
Yeah.
do things great.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
But I like the competition,
Mhm.
and I don't like to be a bully and fight with people that I know 100% that I'm gonna whoop his ass. I like to fight with people that the fans think that it's gonna be very competitive.
Mhm.
That kind of expectations I like to create. So with Islam, I'm gonna have that. Doing again the rematch with people that I already fought, I don't think that I'm gonna have the same kind of expectations, for the fans.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
we'll
love
see.
Volk too. He's a great guy too. But
Oh, what a
fan,
guy.
that rematch doesn't excite me that much,
Yeah.
just because in the fashion that you won it, right?
Yeah.
But obviously he's a legend, and like you said, if anyone deserves a rematch, it's him. But just as a fan, it's kind
Listen,
of
I
like,
have to give him his credits
yeah, of
also because
course.
you never know what's going to happen in the rematch. I'm sure that I'm going to knock him out once again if we fight again, or I will submit him. I will do the same things. But at the same time, you can't joke with that guy. He's a fucking legend.
Right. If that's what I mean.
But the only thing he knows to do is fighting. So I can't underestimate him at all because he's a fucking beast. Like with Max Holloway, I just knock him out. But maybe we fight again, and you never know what's gonna happen.
Is there anyone else you'd want to fight at lightweight? I know you said you'd be willing to fight Oliveira.
There are so many excited fights in the lightweight
Even
division for
Armand now,
for,
I guess
for
he's
me.
kind of,
Yeah, Arman needs to build himself a little bit more. But at this point, just imagine a fight between me and I love that dog, Dustin Poirier. He's a fucking fighter. You know what I mean? You know that he goes in and he fights
mhm.
till he dies. You're gonna have that guy in front of you fighting and try to take your head off. That's a very excited fight for me, and I think for the fans also. Islam is a great fight. Charles is a great fight. Justin Gage is a great fight. I can like mention you so many great fights that I could have in the lightweight division.
The Islam fight would be a fucking super fight. Like
Yeah,
as a fan, that if I saw that, if they announced that, I would like be like jumping up in
that's a
joy.
that's a great fight. That's why I want to do it.
Why do you think the UFC doesn't want to make it happen?
I don't think that they don't want to make it happen.
It's in the works.
Yeah, it's in the works. They are trying to figure out some things.
So how do you beat Islam? Is Georgian wrestling better than Dagestani wrestling?
You can't like analyze the wrestling that way because you never know. You see a Russian guy wrestling with a American guy, and it can go either way. You know what I mean? But I have so many things against Islam that he's gonna have some hard time with me, and something he knows and we all know is that the only thing I need it's one punch, and you know for sure that I'm gonna connect that one punch because I don't throw my punches like a crazy a crazy. I I I
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my moment and I apply a lot of technique behind that punch. I move my head and I know where to throw that punches, and we all know that at some point I will connect that punch, and everything will depend on what God will decide. If he wants to go, if he wants to send Islam to sleep or not, who knows that? I know that.
Didn't you say you want to submit him?
Yeah, I can also submit him. To be honest, I always say that I represent the new generation of mixed martial arts, and what that means. Before, you were seeing a guys in MMA, they were good in striking and maybe in wrestling, but their ground game wasn't that good. Or you see a guy who has a phenomenal ground game, he has a phenomenal striking, but his wrestling sucks. In my case, I'm good everywhere. So you can take me everywhere and I'm going to feel comfortable. They used to say, like, I'm going to take you to the deep water. I was born in the deep water. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Take me wherever you want to take me.